either of those. And you'll see in our example a little bit later on that Facebook now requires you to use RTMPS for the URL. Now underneath that, you'll see stream name or key. Now that's a unique bit of code in order to publish your stream. So you could consider the URL like the house, and then you have the stream name or key as access to the house so that you can start streaming. Each provider may use something slightly different. That's why we have stream name or key, which is most likely what it's going to be called. So basically you need a URL and then you need a access code in order to be streaming to that server. Most providers should have the stream URL and the stream key slash
money, and over last 12 months their debt has gone up by almost about 2.6 times. So they are borrowing money, their finance cost is going up, which is a reflection of their improper working capital management, which is not true for Cinch. Cinch, on the other hand, is becoming all the more relevant and strong. And investors in these kind of industries, they started with multiples of revenue, then they came down to GP, then they came down to EBITDA. And today they strongly believe in the fundamentals that I learned from Sanjay also. In fact, he used to emphasize a lot that cash is king. So now investors talk about cash, they talk about cash inflows, and they talk about profitability simultaneously. So that's where Cinch today outscores Twilio in terms of the way we are building up our war chest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great, thank you. There is a very philosophical question, and probably Nitin, you and Sanjay can team up and give this philosophy.
I have no philosophy.
Yeah. How can I progress in my career?
Oh, that's not a philosophical question.
What is it?
I think it relates to brass tacks, right? So the question is, how can I progress in my career?
Yeah.
You know, and maybe if you would put philosophy into it, right, you should ask yourself.
That's why I said it's a philosophy. Ask yourself.
Because, you know, you're in control of your career. Frankly, you know, I've been working for various companies and all that, and in every company, yes, you will have, you know, your allies, if you understand ally, meaning that people, you know, network and everything. But if you're not in control of your career, then really nobody can help you. And if you're in control of your career, nobody can stop you. So just take that as a learning I've done over the past few years, and I'm sure that other leaders have seen that in their careers.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, so I can tell you what I applied to myself, so maybe it's applicable to you. I think hard.
How?
Because I went to Oracle. And Oracle had this in-memory database and FPGA cards and all of those things, and it was like, you know, running everything on earth, right? And a lot of times we said that this machine is going to work, and that machine was not this big, probably maybe two of you, right? One. It was called Exadata. And we said, now it's going to work, right? And if we change it, imagine it's like a $100 million project, right? You kind of write history with that. And then again, there's a technology written in 1980s, by the way, right? We said, okay, you test it out. Even then, it was 5 times faster, maybe. I don't remember the exact number, but it was still faster. And they said, there's no reason for us to change because it's working. And can you imagine that if you're actually trying to book a ticket and that system doesn't work, there can be a riot at the station, right? That's the kind of capability that has been. So I'm a believer that if something that is scaling, working well, providing the capability that's the need of the market and growing as you want to grow, there's no reason for you to change it. You can go ahead and build capabilities around it. So for example, today you can book tickets on the internet. You don't have to go to the counter. You have an app, you have all those things, right? So I want you to, person who is asking this question, yes, you learn new technologies, but don't question the core.
Okay. All right, I think in interest of time, we've already run 7 minutes late, but we have 2 very interesting questions. One is, and these are the last questions, that we are going to be reading. It is in our roadmap to reap the benefits of containerization in a deploying on-prem product like Axiom. What is prem product called Axiom? On-prem product like Axiom, Rahul Gupta. I don't know, what does he want to ask?
No, he was saying on-prem. On-prem is old technology.
You have the question, yeah.
No, I understood the question, so it's fine. So.
Maybe he wants to say something.
So I'll tell you what he's asking. So a lot of deployments now are moving towards containers in the corporate world. So what he's asking is whether we move Axiom towards that side as deploying in a container rather than doing a lot of manual installation steps. I think that's probably what the question alludes to. Yes, why not? So as and when we need it, it will be done. It will make deployments easy. Of course, it will. But there is a time. I don't think every IT shop right now in India is comfortable with containers, so we don't need it right now. There's a lot of legacy customers we have, and they work in a certain way, and they may not be even ready to run or manage containers themselves. So there will be an appropriate time. The world is moving towards containers. Axiom deployment will at some point of time. It's not the right time as yet, I would say, for our customers.
Okay, and then the last question before we have Ashish asking another question. So second last question, Nitin, is for you. For Nitin Singhal, you have worked with a lot of big companies in your career. What are the things that stands out about Cinch India, which was a miss in those companies?
Right. So good question. I think I did talk about it last year, but I must say, fantastic talent in the industry that we work in, great values, culture. I think people are very collaborative, as you saw. We talked about, everybody talked about it, over here. And I would like to call it, maybe it's the right term or not, I don't know. But we are passive aggressive, meaning that we will get to where we want to, but we will do it with complete values, respect for each other, and working together.
Thank you. Before we move on for lunch, we have last question from Ashish.
Actually, I want to raise this question, my question to Sanjay sir only. I really desperate to ask this question to Sanjay sir. It was a matter of last to last sales meet when we were in Goa, and at the time also it was mentioned the number. In the speech, Sanjay sir has said that my friends, the other entrepreneurs asked me that, Sanjay, why have you sold this? The company is doing pretty well. And at that point of time, he said that, the same question comes in my mind also, Sanjay sir's mind.
Have you got an answer?
I will reveal it after 2 years down the line. So I want to know, if you can please help us to know that why you have sold it to Cinch.
This question will not leave him at all.
It's not 2 years complete yet, right? I still have 3-4 months to give you a better, clearer answer. So wait till the next week now.
So Sanjay, just a question from my side now that we have given this kind of performance, and I'm sure you must be happy with 2022. So just a question, and what is the next destination for us after Istanbul? For you for that.
No, this question you need to answer. Nitin can give an answer to this question, right? But surely the performance has been outstanding for 2022.
Yeah.
Without doubt, outstanding, because we've caught up to our GP and we've caught up to our EBITDA, right? Most importantly. And so outstanding performance, and my, congratulations for everybody. And I can tell you, we'll have many more Istanbuls and, many more interesting conversations in the future.
Thank you.
Your question.
Ajit, yeah.
My question, I can't ask. I'm answering now. So next time.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, folks.
Leadership team. Thank you. God bless you all. We have lunch and we have, drinks there. Where there. So please enjoy before you all leave for your day.